Hello, 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 and welcome to Musical Mondays. Nice to see you joining tonight on this sunny spring night in Victoria, BC. Hope it's sunny where you are. Hello, thank you for joining everybody. Great to see you. Great to see you. Thanks for joining my little experiment tonight. This is going to be super fun, I hope. It'll be super fun, I promise. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow. Nice to see you all joining. Thank you. I'll just give a minute before starting officially and I'll let you, hey, Inner Vortex, great to see you. I'll let you enjoy the instrumental track from Atlas to Earth of Vanishing of Bees in the background while we're just giving a little intro minute. Hello, thank you for joining. All right, so welcome to Musical Mondays, everybody. For those of you who are here for the first time, my name's Kelly Fleming, and I'm a folk rock singer-songwriter and sometimes synthwave artist from Victoria, BC, on the southernmost tip of Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada, North America. And I have the gratitude and gift of working and playing on the ancestral, traditional, and unceded territories of the Lekwungen and Songhees peoples here in BC. And tonight, I thought I'd do a little experiment. For those of you who've been following my music for the last year or more, you'll know that I'm usually a folk rock singer-songwriter with a 4-piece band, 4 to 5-piece band. But some health challenges over the last year have kind of sidelined me from live music. Hello, thanks for joining. So I have been releasing a series of synthwave, not all of them synthwave, but synthwave remixes of some of my folk rock songs. And you know, I've never sung along to one of them on Musical Mondays, so I thought that would be kind of fun to do. So one of the remixers I've been working with is a fellow named Brett Jansen, who his remix producer handle is Atlas to Earth. And I believe he lives in North Vancouver on Vancouver Island. Hello, thanks for joining. We haven't actually met in person ever, but he's done these fantastic remixes of my songs. Anyway, Brett recently sent me the instrumental tracks, and I am health-wise starting to feel better, so I'm kind of ready to start doing a little performing maybe. Cautiously optimistic that I'm on the right track. And you know, I might actually do some performances as a synthwave artist. Not quite sure how that'll work out. So this is my practice. So tonight I thought I would do a vocal version of this song, the synthwave version of Vanishing of Bees, and then I would follow that up with the acoustic singer-songwriter folk rock version of me and my guitar. And then talk a little bit about the process for you all. And I would love to take questions. I know they're text questions here on Instagram, so if you have questions, please put them in the chat. But I thought I might start with the synthwave version, and be kind with me. I've never done this before, so this whole synthwave side of my artistic persona is fairly new, so this is definitely an experiment, and I thought I'd start with the synthwave because it's a bit of a challenge moving from the folk rock version to the synthwave version. They're quite different and different vocally. The pacing of the vocals is different. So I figured if I started with the synthwave, it would be actually easier for me as a singer to sing the the higher tempo version first. We'll see if I slow down when I do the acoustic version with my guitar. I will, the caveat is I will have my guitar with me, and that's usually a good meter. Hello, thank you for joining. The guitar usually is a good way for me to keep pace and keep beat and keep rhythm. So let's give it a try. And I don't have my glasses on right now, so I can't see the text really well, but once I finish singing, I'll put on my glasses and I'll have a look at the chat and answer any questions. And yeah, feel free to pop questions in the chat. I'd love to have a little chit chat, answer questions, etc. So here we go. Child in love with the trees, gentle giant swaying above me, this verdant world set me free. And I'm made for the trees, fell down to my knees when I realized what I could see. This is a song I'll write for my whole life, the sound of bees in flight. It's a horrible sound, a silence so loud. How can this be? Vanishing of bees, vanishing of bees, vanishing of bees, vanishing of bees. Thanks for the hearts. How can this be? How can this be? We've been so lost, such a terrible cost. Love can set us free. Take a moment to breathe, lie down in the leaves, believe in what you see. Vanishing of bees, vanishing of bees. How can this be? Vanishing of bees, 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 vanishing of Bees. There we go. Woo! That was a bit of a workout. Thank you for the hearts throughout, and I apologize for the dancing. So this is what I mean by used to being a folk rock singer-songwriter with a guitar strapped to my body and playing it. I have to figure out what to do with my hands, and do people want to see me dance? I don't know. You know, it kind of, I'll have to work that out. So suggestions are welcome. So thank you for listening. Thank you for the bees. Let me just see who's joining, because I didn't have my glasses on. Oh, wow. Thanks for joining, folks. So nice to see you. And thanks for the hearts and the bees. So, you know, when I was thinking about doing this, maybe I'll just chat a little bit about that version of the song that Brett Jansen, Atlas to Earth remixed. You know, it's, he kind of rearranged the, oh, thanks, Dan. The dancing was very enjoyable. Thank you. Brett kind of rearranged the song, and it, you know, it's funny because I have heard the remix so many times. It's a little harder now for me to remember the original song and the structure. But he took pieces of all three verses and put them into that first part of that first verse of the song. And it's much longer than the second verse, you probably noticed. And one thing that, so with the instrumental track, there's also this second vocal that's not in the instrumental track that is in the remix that is kind of like, I don't know, I describe it as kind of a low droney voice that's below the lead vocal. It kind of like a bee, I guess. It's subtle, but it really gives it a lot of presence. So I might have to think about that if I play the song live, because I really like that texture with my higher soprano voice in that song. And you know, for those of you who joined my singing episodes, I mean, they're all singing episodes, but I did a series about a month ago focusing on my vocal practice, so warm-ups and talking about my voice and my vocal range and all that stuff. This song, Vanishing of Bees, funny, I wrote it, but the verse crosses that break point in my voice quite a bit, so it can be quite challenging to sing. I have to be a bit on my game, otherwise, you know, my voice might crack or croak if I don't support it properly from the diaphragm, because it's moving between my chest voice and my head voice and that break point in my vocal range. Yeah, so those were a few things I wanted to mention about that. But you know, that first verse that Brett made much longer, it really takes quite a bit of fitness. And you know, I mentioned that I've been having some health challenges, and so breath has been kind of a challenging thing for me over the last year. So this is a good song actually for me to sing to get back into shape, because there's not a lot of space between the phrases, not a lot of space for breath. So I really have to work on that. So anyway, that's a little bit about the synthwave version. So, you know, I thought I would do the acoustic version with my guitar too. So I'll just grab my guitar. There we go. This is Kelly being a little more comfortable now. Putting on her guitar. It's like, oh, phew, here I am, I'm back. No, you know, I love the remix versions of the song. It's kind of strange at first, you know, when Brett, I think this Vanishing of Bees was the first remix of this type that I released last May. And it was kind of a weird experience when he first sent it to me, because I was like, that's a totally different song. And I'd never imagined myself, how do I put this? I guess I'd never imagined myself in that kind of music, but as I listened to it, it's like, wow, like that really suits my voice. So it was kind of cool. It was kind of a strange and cool experience all at the same time. I had a musical colleague, after hearing this song, or one of the Brett, I don't know if it was this one, but one of the Atlas to Earth remixes, commented that I sounded like the female Bronski Beat, which was a huge compliment and also very funny. The female Bronski Beat, I guess just speaking to the fact that I do have quite a high soprano voice when I use it. So here we go with a little Vanishing of Bees. What are you thanking me for, Tracy? My sister says, thanks, sis. Tell me what you're saying thank you for. So I mentioned the beat. Cocteau Twins too, thank you. Thank you, Dan. So this was the first song off my last album, and the first song that I wrote for this album. So you can already see that the tempo is quite a bit slower, very folky. I've got my capo on the 4th fret. Hello, thank you for joining. Yeah, so I'll play the song and then we'll talk about it a little bit. Oh, sorry, I just need to turn my music off. It was about to start again. make it right. Hurry to wait, still got time to turn this round, but not too much out. We can't get it sweet, but we'll be done. Say goodnight now. All right, there we go. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for listening. So there's the singer-songwriter, folk rock singer-songwriter version of Vanishing of Bees. I would say, thank you for the hearts, I would say if I was, thanks so much, Dan, I appreciate that. If I were to say or talk a little bit about the difference between those two, for me, as a singer, you can tell I'm much more comfortable singing this way because I've been doing it for 30 odd years. It's a long time. So the synthwave and kind of being a singer without an instrument, singing to an instrumental track is a very different thing for me, and something I'm going to have to work on if I'm going to do it. But yeah. Hello, Connie Coons. Thanks for joining. But yeah, it's a really interesting exploration to kind of explore my voice and my sense of myself in performance in those two different, what are they, realms, two different forms of expression, I guess, for lack of a better way of saying it. Yeah. I don't know, any questions from our studio audience there on the songs? I know it takes a minute to type in the chat, and we've got a couple minutes left in the live stream before I sign off for the night and for the week. So while folks are thinking of questions, perhaps, I just wanted to let you know that I have more of this type of series planned, because I have released, as of May 20th, when my next remix from Atlas to Earth comes out, another version of Vanishing of Bees, actually, a dance version, an EDM version. So that'll be the fourth one with Atlas to Earth. So I'll be doing more of these types of kind of breaking down the song and performing the different versions coming up over the next month. I think the next one I might do is The Great Acceleration. Yeah, but I also have some other exciting episodes planned. I'm branching out in Musical Mondays to interview other artists that I've worked with, or that I know and love. I know and love their work. I may not have actually worked with them yet, but I do have a couple of interviews coming up. So I won't tell you what they are now, but they're super exciting. So coming up over the next month, I've got 2 to 3 planned. So I will be posting who they are and pointing to their music. Super exciting. Yeah, probably, I think I might have a guest next Monday. Still waiting to confirm, but I will keep you posted. And you know, we've hit the 25-minute mark, so I am going to sign off, because if I go much longer, Instagram makes it quite difficult for me to harvest this video if I go much longer. Yeah, so thank you so much for being here for this little experiment. That means a lot to me that you are all listening. And I send you out into this gorgeous golden hour evening. And yeah, wish you well for the week. Sending love. Mwah. And hope to see you again or next week. All right, take care, everybody. Bye.